Welcome to Core Today for June 18th, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of core cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. If you want to learn more about these stories, read about them for yourself. In the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story I talk about so you can read about them and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing here. And if you're a regular, ring the notification bell and make sure your notifications are on your YouTube app if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of our videos. Well, let's dive into it. One last day on the road, back in the office tomorrow. First story, or first deal of the day, I should say, is CuriosityStream is giving away a $10 Amazon gift card with new yearly membership. So CuriosityStream, it comes from the creator, original founder, maybe it's a better way to call it, of the Discovery Channel. And he's created CuriosityStream very much in the realm of what the original Discovery Channel was, with all kinds of great content. They do offer a $19.99 a year plan, giving you a full year for $20 basically. Best part is you can get right now for a limited time a $10 Amazon gift card back, which effectively cuts the cost of the service in half if you want to look at it that way. But this is a great deal. I'll put a link to it down in the show notes down below if you've been looking at that. CuriosityStream, I've really enjoyed the content. Wish I had more time to go through everything there. They do have a cheaper monthly plan that's very basic and not a bad deal at all. Also, don't forget, at the time I'm recording this, Amazon still has their 50-inch 4K HDR smart TVs from Insignia for $279. It's a great deal for the price. I'll put a link to that down in the show notes down below also. All right, first news story of the day. Apple TVs are adding picture-in-picture to the Apple TV app beta. This was spotted by some readers at Core Cars News. Thank you for the tip. If you are a reader or a viewer here and you spot any Core Car related news, make sure you go to corecarsnews.com, click on the Contact Us button, and send us a tip. We will really appreciate it. But Apple has been rolling out updates to the Apple TV app, which is really confusing because the Apple TV app can be on multiple devices and it's also available on the Apple TV. Well, in the Apple TV version of the Apple TV app, it now has picture-in-picture. So if you're watching a stream, you can back out into the Apple TV app and continue the stream going in the lower right-hand corner, which is a pretty cool feature. It allows you to keep on top of everything happening, and you can get some of the discounts, or you can surf around and look at everything available in the Apple TV app as you go around. It's currently available in the Apple TV beta that was updated yesterday, and it allows you to, have a little bit of flexibility to see your show and maybe see what else is happening. Now, the picture-in-picture is always one of those things where some people love it. Some people could honestly not care less. I know there's plenty of people I've talked to who are like, picture-in-picture is cool, but I just don't use it and I don't care to use it. I fully get that. But it's great to see Apple doing this. It makes you wonder if they have any other improvements under the hood that have not been announced yet. Now, remember that, some of this is dependent on Apple's ability to control the hardware. So I'm not sure we would see this feature come to like the Apple TV app on Roku or the Apple TV app on Fire TV, Samsung, and more. So far, I've only heard this working on the Apple TV app for the Apple TV. So I'd love to know, do you have the new beta app? Have you tested out this feature? How has it been working for you? I have not had time to play around with it because I'm not in the office. I'm not in our review lab. I don't have full access to all the features of all the devices in our review lab. So I'd love to hear from you if you've used it, if you're enjoying it. Are you somebody who loves the picture-in-picture features of streaming devices like the Apple TV? Let me know. All right, next story up is one I want to talk about because this came up last week and I really wanted to dive into it a little bit more. But why does the FCC need help to bring high-speed internet to rural America? So this is a big issue. The FCC has announced that they're spending millions of dollars to help bring high-speed internet to rural America. And this raised a lot of questions from a reader. Why is this necessary? Why is this important? Well, we want to know. And the short end of it is the FCC has been doing stuff like this for a long time. This fund that's being used to build out rural American internet was originally built to roll out phone service to rural America. The short end of the version is it's very expensive to wire very rural. We often think of, major cities, and even what most people would consider to be small towns are relatively major. Now, the definition of an urban area is kind of one of those interesting things. You could be a town of 10,000 people and be called not a rural area, but a 10,000 person town is still very small. And it even gets more complicated in areas like Wyoming and Montana, which is very heavy farmland, where you could go miles and only wire 1 or 2 homes. So this fund, which is is going to be used to help entice companies to roll out the funds, is hoping to make it financially feasible. If I run a mile of cable in New York City, I'm going to wire dozens, if not hundreds, of customers. If I run a mile in Montana, I may not wire anybody up. I may not have made it to the next farm down the road yet. So it's very important to remember that just because you, with all this, you may not have an internet problem where you live, but there's still millions of Americans who do. There's millions of Americans where satellite internet or 1.5 down DSL may be all they have. Now, there's many people working to fix this issue. For instance, Amazon and SpaceX are launching satellites. Microsoft has been investing in fixed wireless in many rural areas and more, but we're still very far away from this being a solved issue. And just because one company may solve it, it doesn't solve the problem of lack of competition. So many people, Amazon has said they hope to make high-speed internet basically a human right by making it available to everybody. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Now, companies like Amazon are still far away from making their hopes a reality. The FCC's goal here seems to be to offset the cost to cover what would have necessarily been maybe a losing prospect for many into one that maybe will help a cable company break even on their install would be the goal. This FCC fund does not completely cover the cost of installing internet in these areas for most of them. It just helps offset the costs of running internet into these areas. So I'd love to know what you think of this, about the FCC bringing funding to these projects to say, hey, we want to wire rural America with high-speed internet. We understand that for many businesses, it's not financially feasible to drop millions of dollars to sign up a few customers that could take 20, 30, 40 years or more to become profitable off of it when you're looking at getting back the money they have to spend to wire it all. So I'd really love to hear your opinions on this, what your expectations are. And, do you think it's needed? Do you think with Amazon and SpaceX and Microsoft with fixed wireless, do you think that will be good enough and solve these problems? So it's satellite-based internet and fixed wireless internet. Or are you excited about the prospect of, hey, it's competition, cable and DSL plus satellite plus fixed wireless and more, bringing high-speed internet to more Americans? I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, next story up of the day. Amazon has renamed their IMD free drive, which was a free dive, which was I should say, an ad-supported free streaming service. Now, if you get your Fire TV, it does come built into it, and it includes a ton of content. And if you're on Roku, Apple TV, and more, it's included in the Amazon Prime Video app. But you have to scroll down, keep going down, and one of those rows on the screen will pop up as the IMD free dive. While they're rebranding it, first of all, to IMD TV, I heard from a few readers that happened actually about a week ago now, where that logo on some devices popped up. Hey, next time, if you know something like that, leave us a comment. But Amazon officially announced it today, and they're finishing rolling it out to all their apps. And they're adding over 1,000 new movies and TV shows by a new partnership with Warner Brothers, Sony, and MGM Studios to get access to their content. This is a huge jump in the number of movies and TV shows that'll be coming over the course of the next year to IMDb TV now. And Amazon announced that they're going to be expanding the service into Europe. So good news for our European viewers and readers that you will soon get access to IMDb TV and be able to watch your movies and TV shows there. So I'd love to know what you think of all this. Leave us a comment down below and what you think of it. And let us know what movies and TV shows you would love to see coming from MGM, Sony, and Warner Brothers to the new free service. Have you used it on other devices? What do you think of its performance on Roku, Apple TV, and more? Really love it. We will continue to list all the new movies and TV shows come to IMDb free TV now. It's Gotta keep remembering it's not free dive anymore. And I honestly think it's a much better name. I'm never a big fan of the name of the service in the past. I'm excited to see them just call it IMDb TV. I think that's much more in line with what, when people hear IMDb TV, they already have some type of concept of what they're getting into with it. So I think this is a great move for Amazon. Definitely helps them. While it's a great service, it definitely hasn't been getting the attention of the Roku channel, Tubi, Crackle, Pluto TV, Zumo, and more. So I would really hope that they continue to add new features there. So with that, let's end it with one last question for everybody here. What's your favorite free legal movie and TV service? Leave us a comment. Let's keep to the ones available on the official app stores for places like Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. And I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you'll help somebody else discover something new out there. So leave us a comment. I may be a little bit late, so jumping in topics. Tomorrow's video may come out a little bit later, so we're traveling back to the office. And there may be some things that I have to take care of in the morning that may prevent me from being able to get the video out at the normal time. So if tomorrow's video isn't on time, hang in there with me because it'll probably be appearing later on tomorrow. We will have a video on Wednesday. Don't worry. So thank you for everybody for your support. Again, don't forget to ring the notification bell and turn on notifications for your app. YouTube has been very clear that, hey, if you ring the notification bell but you've disabled notifications on your app, you're not going to get the notification. You need to have both enabled to get notifications. So that way you'll never miss one of these videos and hopefully never miss a great deal we talk about. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and thank you for all your support.